Hello, we are Curator Solutions. In this video, we will be talking about XAPI, aka the Experience API, or Tin Can API. In our last video, we talked all about SCORM. SCORM took a largely disorganized field of computer-based learning and standardized it. For the last 10 years, it has been the industry standard for online learning courses. But SCORM can only do so much. I like to think of SCORM like a language that everyone understood everywhere. However, this language has a very limited range of vocabulary, so even though you can communicate with each other, you can't really explain yourself to your full potential. This is where XAPI is different. XAPI has the benefits of being a universal language while still having enough freedom that learning can happen anywhere. XAPI is a modern framework capable of handling all the different ways your users learn today. XAPI also isn't limited to an online learning course. It redefines the scope to account for all different types of learning. XAPI looks at activity streams. It saves all the activities in an archive that every different type of device can connect to. This archive is called an LRS, or Learning Record Store. A LRS can be a standalone program, but is more powerful when paired up with an LMS, or a learning management software. So think about it this way. You have an app on your phone. When you learn something, it tells the LRS, Jordan completed X course, score of 80%. Now SCORM can do this as well, but XAPI can also comment on any amount of detail on how he completed the courses. Imagine how much better you could make your training programs if you could see where students struggle or succeed click by click. XAPI has even more to offer, if you can believe. It allows any message that says somebody did something, and you can comment on context, results, and the sender of that message. Somebody being the context, did being the result, and something being the sender of that message. XAPI goes far above SCORM. One restriction with SCORM is that it can only record an activity that it was prepared to hear, while XAPI can define its words at the same time it sends them, making it extremely flexible. XAPI also only requires occasional wireless connectivity, while SCORM requires constant Wi-Fi access. Also, XAPI can be used with other mobile softwares like GPSs and gyroscopes. Please take some time to look over the table on the screen. This does a great job of comparing the two different APIs. XAPI is a universal language that describes your learning experience with a depth of understanding that is not possible with SCORM. Curator Solutions is a content creation, curation, and deployment software fully capable of handling XAPI, SCORM, or whatever API system you are using. Be sure to tune in to our next video for a sneak peek of what Curator looks like.